So, back home with my dogs. They were all riled up. But I got in safe to Nome for the finish, and that was a lot of fun. But getting home and all that stuff, that was all. We had a good time. Everybody with the organization, Operation Iron Warrior, was super helpful. We got everything done that we needed to get done. We had planes dropping tanks in the middle of freaking rivers, in the middle of nowhere, to fix the problem that could have put us out, or put one of us out at any time. So that was huge stuff, and just the logistics. Hey guys, Delilah, Chloe, cut it. I'm done. Hey, next one starts, it's getting one. Anyway, but come on, you guys, seriously? We can't go 5 seconds without chewing into each other? Holy shit. Can't teach these assholes manners. Let's go, Atlas. Go bust some trail. Let's go, Jethro. Go burn some of that shithead energy. Quit growling at each other, Samson. I'm done with your growly play crap. You get everybody else riled up. Being stupid. Samson! Let her up. Cut it out. Hi, Dee Dee. You stay with me. I know he picks on you all the time. Guts. What's he losing you? Come on, guys. Fifi. You're running Fee over. Blah, blah, blah. Loud idiots. Hey, come on. It's ridiculous. Cut it out. We haven't been on a walk in a while. Getting a bunch of little tiny fights. It's all fine. Just tear into each other for a second. Don't do it ever at home. Hey, Sasha, Atlas, cut it. You're done. Stop it. Sasha, come here. Stop. Atlas, come here. Stop it. Cut the garbage. Just go run. Get the sleds down here and bust some trail. Probably maybe get on the river. I don't know if we really need to though. These sloughs are plenty fun. Full of snow. Let's go get some of these bigger ones that go across the whole thing down, so we can burn through here on some snow machines, because there's a lot of firewood in here. Where are we going, guys? We going to the river, or are we staying in the slough? Hey, cut it out. Guts. Oh, God, just got poop.
check the river, I guess. What are you doing, you know? You found a little cave, hole in the ice. It's stuck in there. Come back with the chainsaw and the axe. Chop you out of there. Shadow. Let's go, guys. We find moose poop. Stay in shape. Got a couple more races this week. Hopefully I can make it. My thumb's busted, I think. I might have broke it a few weeks ago. And I rode on it because I didn't use it a whole lot because it's my left hand. So everything's fingers on your left hand for me on the bars anyway, where I'm comfortable. So you have one finger on your brake and 3 on your handlebar, and then the thumb's just kind of there. So it didn't bother me a whole lot most of the ride, but in certain situations, like having to pull and stuff and having to grab onto stuff, it did bother me a lot, and it was a pain. But of course, when you stop doing all this stuff, like I felt okay while I was doing it. I'm on plenty of meds, so I felt okay, but getting done and then stopping and being able to get home and rest a little bit was come on, Atlas, was a big illustration of how tired your body can be without you really realizing it until you take a break and let the stuff catch up. Let everything that you just did catch up to you, and it just, woo. I've been sleeping a lot more than I usually do, and been really stiff and all that stuff, so banged up, and all the injuries that kind of accrued throughout the ride, pulling your back out or a rib out or something like that. They creep up on you when you get home, and then you're not feeling very good. So had to get out today at least and get a good walk in, because I was getting really stiff. But I'm going pretty slow today. Hopefully we don't have any major issues today that I gotta break up, because I'm not moving the fastest, but we'll get there. Come on, guys. Hey, Jethro, hey, you butts, where are you guys going? Jethro, what do you got? Bear, come on, let's go. We're going down this way. We're gonna take a long walk today. Hopefully the ice is good. Feels okay. I don't see any overflow. It's pretty shallow in here anyway, so not worried. Actually looks almost decent to ride on. Not for, ooh, that was a little soft. That was just powder. Good to be home. Really good to be home. Kind of missed the ride, but we were having a really good time. And I think me and the rest of us could have probably just did the whole thing to Fairbanks. Atlas, enough. But Jordan and I went to the finish at the pro finish in Fairbanks, and there's mixed opinions on the finish in Fairbanks. I had a great time in Nome. Nome was a lot of fun to finish in. So, some cool history there with the Iditarod and all that. And that's kind of what this race is mapped after, is a elongated Iditarod, really. But we do go over a lot of the same track, a lot of the same trails. It's just cool to be on that history. I was thinking about it the other day. I have a retired sled dog that ended up with us in Granite. He was Iditarod dog, so I was like, oh, hey, I've been on the same trail Granite's been on now, so that was pretty cool. I thought that was funny. Other than that, the ride was great. Really not much to complain about. The ride was great. I loved it. I had a great time. I loved teaching some of the guys some of the nuances of riding in the backcountry and in deep snow, because there was a lot of inexperience on that aspect, because it's hard for a lot of people to get out and do this stuff. It's expensive a little bit. You can do it cheap, but and then you're fixing stuff all the time. That can be a pain. You need reliable stuff to be out here safely, anyway. Or you gotta have the skill to get yourself out. We did run into one of those situations in the blizzard outside of Golovin. That was pretty humbling, honestly. There's no amount of, you can do all the prep in the world. It doesn't matter. That storm did not care. So it was pretty close to us. Seeing if we might have to dig in. I had to leave my sled. We ended up leaving 5 sleds up there. But with some help from some of the local boys coming out and getting us on the right trail, because it was 0 visibility, 50 plus mile an hour winds, snow way worse than this. Couldn't see nothing. We had myself and a pro rider out front trying to bust trail, and we were getting stuck, and it was drift after drift over this little stupid ridge. It was nothing. It really wasn't. It's just you couldn't see anything. You get yourself into a bit of a little spot. Samson, please get yourself into a spot, and we kept getting plowed into little snow drifts, and we're trying to get, I think it was 14, I want to say 12, 14 people up there. I'd have to think, I got to think about it, but as I remember, it was over about a dozen people up there, and we were all getting each other unstuck, and we go from one sled to another as a group, so we weren't wearing out because we were all soaking wet, sweating. It was cold, yeah, but we were working really hard, and we were all sweating our asses off. And it was a good time, though. I kind of enjoyed it. It was rough, though. I haven't prayed that hard in a long time. It was rough. But prayers were answered, and we got out. We all got out basically unscathed. We didn't even have any frostbite yet. I think Hunter got a bit of frostbite on his neck later. Oh, we got water, kids. All right, let's get off this shit. Go down to that end. That's a little shower down there. Watch it, good girl. Otis, watch it. Come on, follow the trail. Get off that ice, guys. Come on. Up here. Otis, up here. Come on. Get off that stuff. Just because them light little huskies can do it, not any big tank dogs. But anyway, we got into Galveston. Atlas, hush. And we walked into the school. Brought us over to the school, which was perfect. Kept us all in one little spot. We had access to the whole gym, all that good stuff. And they gave us access to the teacher's kitchen. I mean, the locals stepped up huge because they're not even a normal stop for the race, I guess. Because I mean, there's White Mountain right down the trail, so I guess it's not a regular stop. But anyway, they stepped up huge. They gave us a place to stay, recoup, repair our sleds if they needed them. We got in. All the other racers that had been stuck there all day, they were all, it was funny. It was, I walk in and there's just people, oh my God. And it was great because it was like, you just came out of this kind of night. It was a nightmare. I kept saying, this is a fucking nightmare. So we got up and we get out of there and we get into the school. And the other racers, it's like the whole expedition class basically was all stuck there. And they all come running up and they're ripping clothes off people. And we got to warn them. We're like, no, don't rip my helmet off. I was like, because I had already ripped out half my beard, taking my helmet on, because my dang beard would get froze inside the face mask of my helmet. Find us a way, guys. Let's get up here. Come on, Bear. It gets deeper down there, bud. Come on. Let's go. Let's start circling back, kids. But anyway, they started ripping our clothes off, and the beards started getting pulled, and it was kind of funny. But anyway, we're stripping down. We're getting all our wet stuff off. They had made one of the smaller entryways to the school like this. They just cranked up the heat in that thing, and that was great. Got in that, and one of the veteran racers, Kim, he brought me a cup of tea. He had set up this whole thing with a school teacher that had just gotten in. She'd only been there like 3 years, but she was straight from the Philippines, and she made lumpia and all this like glass noodles, and we had adobo. I mean, I get adobo since I love the Philippines, and it was excellent. It was great. It's kind of perfect, and I mean, we had 82 up there. They came up behind us right before all this mess, and they stopped and helped us with the other team getting unstuck. And Travis and Dustin went over, got the sled that had gotten slightly misplaced, meaning nobody knew where the hell it was. But they got it found. So we got moving, and that's what the storm whacked us. And then if we wouldn't have had them guys helping, and if it had just been our team and the other team, it could have been even worse, because it was just getting stuck constantly, not being able to communicate, and helmets freezing up, visibility, all that stuff. They had these giant sunbeam lights, and our pro rider, hey, got to cut it off. Dustin, he had a big sunbeam. I ended up walking back to the other group because they lost our lights, so they just stayed put, and I decided to walk back because it was easier to just walk between the lights, and I could see both lights because they weren't far, but you don't know what's in between, so gotta be careful. So I walked it. Didn't want to get stuck again. Walked them back up to where we were, and we started getting going again, and just kept getting stuck. And me and Dustin got down in this willow bush, this stupid creek bed on the side of this hill, and I got bogged down and way in it trying to get out. And Dustin got bogged down. We got him out, or I think it was Travis and Dustin got him out. I ended up helping pull him out. Hey, girls! Helping pulling him out the rest of the way. After I was trying to see if somebody was going to come help me get unstuck, but I was down there way too far. It was kind of lost cause. We came back the next day. I came back with the local boys. And me and Jeremy and a couple guys from 87 went up there to recover their sleds and mine and Jeremy's, because Jeremy's primary clutch froze up, and I was trying to write that down for him because he couldn't see anything. And I'm the better writer in that aspect, so I was trying to ride his sled down with the low visibility and all that stuff, and it made it 5 feet and froze up and shut off. I went to pull it, and it felt straight seized up. I was like, okay, well, I didn't even throw my usual little temper tantrum. I was exhausted. So I was like, you know what, screw it. And I just got on with Jeremiah, and he rode us into Golovin, and everybody got together, and we got everybody home, and we stayed there 2 days. There was still a ground storm going, but the next day we had good visibility. We had some good light. You could lose it real fast, but it was easy to get back because you could just sit there for a second and then you could find your buddy or the stake or whatever. But in the dark, there was none of that. So, hey guys, get out of there. We got in, got warmed up, slept. A few of the teams left the next day. We decided to stay because me and Jeremy did the sled recovery. That was a few hours. Hey! And we had only had like 2 hours of sleep, so we were exhausted. So and it was still storming outside. We didn't want to get stuck out again in the night in a ground storm again. So we hung out and went into White Mountain the next day after that, after we fixed all our sleds. Jeremiah ended up having scratch, not anything he did or his sled or anything like that. We traded the what we thought was a seized up sled, but got back the next day, and I started kicking on it, getting all the ice out of it, and then we got it freed up because we didn't know if it was seized up or what. So, but they got a pretty nice sled, but Jeremiah wasn't too sad about it. It was that sled's last go up here, so it wasn't a big deal, and those guys did an amazing job, and they helped us immensely getting out of that situation, because that was a really bad situation we were stuck in for a little bit, for hours. We were actually on schedule to make it into White Mountain about 6:30. Ended up not getting into Golovin till 2. So just shows you how fast shit can change real quick. From we're hauling ass, we're having a good day, we're gonna make time to we're in it now. Now we gotta figure out how the hell are we gonna shelter, or are we gonna just try and push through. But we ended up pushing through. It was good. We made it. And then the rest of the trip, we had a few A few rough patches in the trail, having a bus trail. Come on, guys, let's go. Hey, what's up? Let's go. Come on. Hey, Chloe. Tonto, let's go. Chloe. Guys, get out of there. Let's go. But it was very fun. It was a great experience. Whew. But yeah, the finish in Nome was a lot of fun. I had a great time. Atlas got to run down the street in front of the sled at the finish. That was a lot of fun. I should have had him run the last mile. Would have been fine. He would have done great. But didn't really think about it. That would have been fun though. You would have loved that. But great finish. We had a great time with the whole team and all the support that we had from OIW. And it was just, we had a really good time. I feel bad for Nome though. Their prices, holy crap. $40 for 2 padlocks. Oh man. That was rough. But a lot of fun. Saw some cool stuff. Been in parts of Alaska most people don't get to go. That's kind of fun. A lot of cool stuff. Great sunsets, sunrises, storms. We rode through one storm on the Yukon. Everybody else turned back on it. It wasn't bad at all. It was like 30 minutes of riding through it, and it was like 2 hours, but it wasn't bad. I could see across the river, and the Yukon's a big river, so you could see most of the time across the river. And I think the lowest light we got was maybe 200 yards. Wasn't bad at all. So we did the buffalo thing and ran through the storm instead of waiting for it or running away from it. So that was pretty fun on the Yukon, but you had to go slow anyway. There was no hauling ass on the Yukon this year. There was little ice mounds everywhere from breakup and thaw and freeze, and there's just it's basically just ice stumps and rocks on the top of the ice. So you got to pick your way through it. Do have some video of that, but my GoPro did not work very well. Jeremy had an Insta360 that has an older one, but it worked really well, honestly. We want to go trees or slough? What do you want, Atlas? Trees or slough? Trees? Trees or slough? Trees. Okay. Let's go. Let's go trees. Oh, I stabbed myself in the eye with a tree. That'd be something. Make it all that way. Over 1,000 miles in the backcountry on my sled and not poke myself in the arm and jab myself on my walk. Oh, we got back to knee deep down here. Good stuff. We're gonna have a bunch up in Paxson, I think. Hopefully, if the boys get up here, from Wasilla with the sleds, and I got my 2 mountain sleds, depending on how many we have, and if they bring any other sleds. But I would like to go ride at Paxson because we're gonna have some good snow. It looks like really good snow. If it's anything like down here, this is really nice powder. Little sugary, but not bad. Like some big flakes, that would be nice. Hold on, dogs. Whew. There we go. Oh, that's hot. But wouldn't really change a whole lot on the sled. Heated seat for sure. Froze my butt off because I got no butt. I'm gonna try an insulated suit next year instead of just the shell, because that was tough to kind of to manage the layers and stuff like that. Because I was doing a lot of work. I was pulling a lot of people out, so I was sweating a lot, and it was hard to manage my moisture in my suit, so I'd always show up with a bunch of frost inside my suit. But I stayed warm for the most part. I did get cold on one trail right before Poor Man, about say 15-20 miles outside of Poor Man. I got my arms were freezing, so I had to stop and put my heavy climb layer on. So me and Jeremiah had to stop and I had to get warm for a second before we got into Poor Man, because it was just, I don't know, it's like the last 20 miles of getting anywhere, it's just kind of the worst. God, what'd that tree do to you? Rolling. He was in your trail, huh? Decided to crush him. Should have named him Conan. Hot Fifi. Let's go. Let's go, guys. Get up the hill. See if I can not slide down the hill. Oh, guys in your 4-wheel drive. Come on, guys. Get up there. Get up there, guys. Go on. Bust the trail. Come on. Come on, Dee Dee. Let's go. Get up there. Sweating. Oh, the sugary snow doesn't pack at all. Oh. Sand. Basically, we rode on the whole way. Sugary sand. Just sugar. It was really tough. With trail slides, basically. On trail skis, because you'd slide through about every turn. If you're going a tiny bit too fast, you're sliding. All of our guys got stuck. I got stuck a few times doing it. Just a little too quick into a turn, and you're off into this bottomless sugar. No base. Straight to dirt. It was pretty tough. As far as snow conditions and weather, I think most of the veteran guys I think we're talking about, it was probably the toughest conditions they've been in a long time, at least. And we had guys that were out there, done it 9 times. And Palin out there, he's done it like 30 times or something. It's crazy. And especially at the pro, in the pro class, those guys are flying the whole time. It's like, yeah, anybody can probably fly for a little bit over smooth terrain, but even the flats out there, they ain't flat. They're drifted everywhere. So you're just bouncing. You don't got a good suspension. It's tough. Those guys are flying the whole time, and that, to do that for over 2,000 miles is pretty crazy. I thought I wanted to do pro class. A couple of the old pros talked me out of it. JP and Kim kind of talked me out of it. Because, yeah, it's tough. Keep that pace and all that stuff. And I'm already banged up. I can't keep banging myself up on doing that kind of thing. But expedition class, it's kind of perfect. It's like it's still kind of a race, but it's more of your endurance, being able to keep your sled going, all that stuff. That all comes into play because we are out there longer. We're out there a long time. Because the pros are usually just flying through most of the stuff we're just getting hammered by because we're going slow and we're in bigger groups. We got other teams on the trail. We're getting everybody's helping everybody. So it's a different race. Same trail, different race. But it's an excellent experience to do. Even if you're a novice, you can do this. You can. You need to practice. You need to train. But doing this brought back a lot of purpose. I have an idea now of what I actually want to do for my property and all that stuff, and how I want to run my business. Because I gotta do something. Being retired's fine, but kind of boring. You don't have anything to do, so I'm gonna do something that I enjoy, but will help build what we're trying to build here as well. So, but doing this experience has opened my mind up to a couple other things that I wanted to do that I didn't really think about what I might want to do. So, or that I didn't have the confidence in my skill or myself to do yet. And this was more of an affirmation of my own built ability over a long period of time. Over my whole life, this was a test of basically every skill I've had to learn in my life. So it was, and that's what hard things do. Hard things make you better. So I think if anybody needs to do it, they need to sign up for this program. If you're a veteran, sign up for the program. We'll get you there. I plan on doing a small team that's part of OIW, just on the interior, because it is a very large veteran community up here. So, and do more outreach to the villages. I'd love to do that. I loved being in all the villages. It was just nice. It's quiet. Not a ton of drama. I mean, there's drama everywhere, but everybody's excited to see you. I didn't ever think that I'd ever sign autographs. Ever. But anyway. Yeah. It's good to be home now. Ready to ride some more and then get on to spring so we can get our larger garden done, get our shop put in over here. And then we can fix all our shelters. Those tarps are getting ripped up this year. It's time to change them.